Welcome back to another exciting episode of Dad Dimes. This is episode 11. We have another guest. He's actually our first repeat guest, so Mr. Paul himself is here with us. Once again, I'm DJ. This is Justin, and we got the old Paulster over here.
Hello.
Nice. Thanks for having
me again.
We would be having him.
Okay.
He would be coming. Well, and that's going to go into the bottle that we're going to be reviewing tonight.
Oh, because today is a very special day.
Yeah, V-Day.
Valentine's Day.
Glad I got that one right. VD Day, Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
we did not the penicillin one.
By the way,
the Valentine's Day one.
Sometimes still penicillin.
Well,
not for us married guys.
We can get back into your history.
If you're married, and you can still catch it, I'm sure.
Yeah,
toilet seat.
A lot of promiscuous people out there.
And this one goes out to... All right, going to George Dickel. This is going to be a pretty good bottle. I mean, it's a Valentine's Day bottle.
It's a Valentine's Day bottle for sure. This is the George Dickel Reserve. It's the 17-year. This bottle is 92 proof or 46% alcohol by volume. There's some complex aromas of creme brulee, apricots, with hints of plum and juniper with a rich cedar finish.
Man, you're getting really good at this.
Thank you. After 11, I should be at least semi-decent at going through it.
I don't know about the apricot smell. I'm looking forward to that creme brulee. The old dessert, right? With or without the little sugar and the little flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you have to have that?
Never had a creme brulee, so...
You uncultured swine.
Exactly.
Well, we have a surprise for you tonight. This is what creme brulee is going to smell like.
Wonderful.
Possibly. According to George Dickel.
Could be juniper.
Could be the old juniper, which, to be completely honest, I despise gin.
Yeah.
Back in the day when alcohol was being created, could have been in a garage, could have been, I don't know where it was. There was a discussion about whether or not you wanted to add a juniper basket to it. And then you would add, the various aromas and flowers and a juniper bush, right? To change your white lightning, right? The old
popcorn setting.
Popcorn setting, yeah. Add that in there and make it gin. The downside is when you add a juniper basket to your still, it ruins it for any other alcohol. It would have to be a dedicated gin still, because once those aromas go through it, it will stick there forever. Try gin afterwards, because I'm gonna see if it's worth it.
You're talking about the making process is stained with that.
The actual still itself, the still that you're using to make alcohol, will be forever tainted. I'm like, man, that's a lot of money to say this is what this one thing's going to be used for. But yeah, with that, you want to smell it?
Yeah.
Well, to be able to do that,
17 years.
It's been 17 long years.
And while he pours that, I'd like to say Happy Valentine's Day to my wife, Stacy. That's okay.
Who put work before you today?
Well, she's working for us.
She's working for us.
Working hard for the money.
She is.
It's so hard. Or it, honey. Maybe. I don't know.
I'm just joking. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Stacy. You want me to pour for you, big guy?
Go right ahead.
Happy Valentine's to
Daddy likes
Mrs. JB Dad Dimes, Mrs. DJ Dad Dimes,
the old ball and chain herself.
Both of which will probably listen to this in the next 3 to 5 weeks. We can really appreciate that, but there is nothing but love, and this is a special shout out for the special Valentines in our life.
We wish you were here. Which you guys are upstairs.
Maybe, I don't know. So we're taking a look, and it is beautiful.
It is pretty.
Absolutely beautiful. Which it should be after sitting in a barrel for 17 years.
That's a long time. That's actually as long as me and my wife have been together. 17 years.
Right?
I think.
That sounds right. I mean, that's why this is a special set. That's why we picked this bottle out.
17 years.
Yeah, we knew.
For the old missus.
So a really cool thing to think about, and I actually enjoy this conversation, is that a distiller that created this probably will only be able to taste 3, maybe 4 17, 18, 19-year-old barrels in their life. Because if you think about it, right, if you start
when they start,
if you start distilling at 21, 18, maybe 15, whatever. Depends on whatever happens. What happens in Tennessee stays in Tennessee.
4.
That's where it's at. You got to start them young. But if you start at 21, 41, you crack open your first 20-year barrel. 61, you're next. 81, because you're still kicking because of your bourbon. 3.
You might get to 101.
Some do.
If you're still distilling at 81 years old. I mean, you put things in a barrel at 81. At 101, you may or may not. And it's a legacy thing, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Something really cool to think about.
Old Grandpa Dickel here made this one.
Oh, yeah. Grandpappy. So, although you're drinking it already because you didn't get properly acquainted, that's okay, Paul.
I've been breathing it. I've been smelling it. I kept my mouth open.
That's what you do with the old Dickel.
How are you? Hello again.
Yeah.
It was implied.
Hello.
We say it where we're from.
How are you? And?
This got a nice floral scent to it.
It does.
Real sweetness to it. I don't know about creme brulee. Maybe a little bit of creme brulee, huh?
Since I don't know the smell of creme brulee,
We'll call it creme brulee.
It smells like creme and brulee. Creme de la creme. What are you thinking? First taste.
Pretty good.
Tastes like bourbon.
Tastes like bourbon, yeah.
That tastes like happiness. Last week we went into the Basil Hayden Toast. 80 proof, 40 AVP. And it was if you have it around, we'll drink it because you have it. This is you have it around, hey, can I try that?
Yeah.
Usually responding with it depends on how long I know you.
Depends who it is, yeah.
This might be a bottle when it's done to refill with that Skull bourbon. Yeah, we got that top shelf for absolutely. And then have your behind the bar.
Yeah.
It's nice. Paul?
It's got a smooth finish, I think.
it does have a smooth finish. I probably don't have the same feeling about it as you two. I do feel like there's it's not one I like as much as some others.
Like what? What would you compare that to?
I don't know. It's maybe it's me, but it has maybe too much of a floral taste going in.
Yeah,
for me,
too much of a floral taste coming in. Probably a lot of floral taste going out.
I don't know. I mean, I've only been on DadDimes twice now, so I'm only got one to compare it to, other than the junk I drink at home.
Oh, I don't think you drink junk at home.
White Claws?
So now this is not a bourbon. This is a Tennessee whiskey, and that's because the mash bill is the higher percentage of corn, a little bit of rye, a little bit of malted barley. So it's not as sweet as a lot of the bourbons.
See, and I think it's kind of sweet.
It's not super like
maybe I'm confusing the floral with sweetness, but
yeah, I mean the floral palate. So it's been a week. Some things have happened, which is kind of bittersweet, and we'll get into what happened today. But Sunday was a special day for Super Bowl, big game fans.
That's all right.
I think they get one, and then they get upset, so at least they get the one. The big game, something happened.
Yep.
A couple things happened.
We had a delicious dinner. Smoked some ribs, some tri-tip. You guys did some wings.
Had some wings.
The buffalo wing dip. Oh, yeah. It's delicious. My wife made some spinach artichoke something.
Glorious.
Really good.
And some mac and cheese.
Oh, mac and cheese too. Yeah. And we had a grand old time. We had Mr. Brandon come out, so thanks for coming out, Brandon. It was a fun time. Yeah. Cousin Jerry came out.
Who didn't show up to the big game?
Oh, that's easy. My childhood friend Derek didn't show up to the big game.
You know, I wasn't going to go that deep into it. I was going to say the Chiefs, but I mean, I guess he didn't show up either.
No, I mean the Chiefs showed up because they won. They showed up for the fourth quarter. That's about it.
Well, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like the first half, it's like, is anyone playing? We're going back and forth. Now, granted, with that, I did get the invitation to Disney, so I'm kind of excited. I have a +1.
Have fun.
Still not going to
have fun, man. So I'm a lifelong Denver Bronco diehard fan.
Correct.
And there's no way on earth I'm ever going to root for any other AFC West team to do good in it. I hope they go 0-16 every year, all the time.
Yeah,
they could. I don't like them.
Okay.
I'm never going to. Paul, you're a Minnesota Vikings fan.
That's correct.
They've been through some tough stuff.
Like not winning.
I wasn't going to bring that up. That's kind of...
They did win the championship the year before they started calling it the Super.
Thing.
So,
yeah. Green Bay goes to the Super Bowl. You rooting for them?
No.
All right. Chicago Bears.
I guess it depends on...
It's the Chicago Bears.
I mean,
really?
Most likely no, but I don't hate them like I do the Green Bay Packers.
Depends who they go up against.
It doesn't matter. I don't like San Francisco.
Yeah.
But the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Fuck the Chiefs.
Now, I appreciate you saying that. Mm-hmm. Where did that come from? Where's that quote from?
I don't remember where I heard it from, but it was a movie, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. There's a book in the Bible. Now, granted, it probably happened in the Bible.
Yeah, same thing.
It's an art book.
Okay, you say book. Do I look like the kind of guy that sits down and read a fucking book, Justin?
I know
if it's a good enough book, they're going to make a movie. I'll watch the movie. So,
and that's how I got through Harry Potter. It's the Art of War.
Oh yeah, see, I don't know. I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure they made the movie too, though, so it's okay.
I didn't watch the Art of War movie. I'm sure it was on a movie.
Yeah, you got it from Battleship.
I don't remember Battleship either.
I don't even know how we're going to get through the night. Going back to the whiskey, we have some florals. I don't taste creme brulee. I'm hoping that when we add a little bit of ice, I might bring that out because there was the angel cake flavor on the old Garrisons, and I love that. That was glorious. When we were able to extract those flavors out, that made for a good review.
See, and I didn't taste those on the end of the Garrison.
Yeah.
It was good, though. I liked it. I drank it again.
I mean, there's a few that you wouldn't drink consistently.
Yeah.
On the old DadDimers, but that's not one of them.
We won't rehash old memories.
No, we don't want to bring it back.
We don't want to say Widow Jane sucked.
I don't want to say that Little Book was amazing.
Oh, really good. Yeah.
Not bad. 92 proof, 46 alcohol by volume. Juniper, man, I don't know about gin.
I didn't taste juniper.
I mean, you taste flowers.
Yeah.
I taste a little bit of vanilla. It is a little spicier vanilla, which is delicious. God, it is dark. It was in that barrel for some time. I love
17 years to be exact.
Could have been 17 years in a day or two. They could have, it could have been a weekend. It could have been a holiday weekend.
Could have been a month. 17 years, 1 month.
Possibly.
And they rounded down.
I think we need to ask them. They're actually on the Bourbon Trail.
Are they?
And one of the things that DadDimes is going to be doing as soon as we hit our goal on monetization is going on the Bourbon Trail. Once we get sponsored enough to be able to be fiscally responsible to go out and do that, it's like going to Vegas. We're gonna reinvest that money going on the Bourbon Trail.
Yep,
it's gonna be exciting.
And we're getting help right now too.
Yeah,
from our new friends in Canada. Oh, Canada!
We do have some new followers. Spotify.
Moment. I was waiting for you to talk, and then I was going to interrupt you again.
Oh, okay. So why do you like Canada so much, Paul?
Well, because I spent some time there.
I wanted to talk about your illegal border crossing,
Yeah.
which you did quite often.
Yeah, we swim across the lake,
Fucking border
across the river
jumper.
to Canada.
And you didn't need a passport?
Well, no, not 40 years ago, no.
I mean, would you need it now?
If you're caught, sure.
So if you're swimming across a water plane from one country to another, that might be frowned upon?
I would think so, yeah.
But it's okay going into Canada. Which also, I was wondering about this, and you might actually know. In Canada, is it considered Canadian bacon, or is it just bacon?
Boy, that's a good question. I've never crossed the border, and well, I guess I
Yes,
probably
you
did. Well, I was going to say, and just for bacon, but I guess living there when I did, but I was young, so I don't remember.
Do you have
like
dual
Canadian
nationalities?
bacon.
No, I do not.
Canadian bacon sucks.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I'm not. I'm
God.
Well,
I'd
for
rather
our
just
now
delicious.
one Canadian listener, I
like everything else.
Canadian bacon is delicious.
like Canadian maple syrup.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Some Molson.
Love me some.
Possibly.
I've never had Molson, but
Is Crown? Is that Canadian?
Canadian whiskey.
Hey, well, you know what? Shout out to Crown Royal. Yeah, that's something great that came out of Canada.
Yeah. They got a new blackberry flavor out here.
I love
And Patrick Waugh. He's Canadian, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be weird.
Joe Sakic.
I love
maybe.
Seagram 7, and that's Canadian.
Okay. Well, yeah, that makes... Yeah, I remember that. You like the 7-Up. Jim Carrey's Canadian.
Yeah.
Pamela Anderson's Canadian.
Drake is Canadian.
I don't like Drake. I'm not a Drake guy.
I like that one song.
Just Drake. Man, I was going to throw some ice in it, but now you already did a refill.
Well, I was trying to really accentuate the flavor palette out of there.
And that's what I appreciate. That is a true connoisseur, making sure that he did not miss one note for his audience.
Mm-hmm.
He sacrifices for these bottles.
I don't drink this because I like to drink.
Yeah.
Okay?
You drink it for the viewers?
It's for the people.
It is for the people.
I'm a man of the people.
He is a giver.
Christina P. Tom Segura's wife's from Canada. He's also a pretty funny comedian.
Canadian.
Canadian.
Canadite.
Canadite.
So, and I got to throw this out there because I do want to do a shout out not only to our Canadian listeners, which I cannot appreciate you more. We did get another country,
Yeah.
which I'm a little shocked, and I cannot tell you how much I love that we are global and
Yeah.
are internationally known.
My wife's going to love when she hears this because we just got done watching Griselda.
Nice.
Yep.
Do you want to introduce the new?
Welcome to DadDimes, our Colombian listeners.
Colombia is on the list.
Yeah.
And they're liking what we're doing, and we're doing what they're
We're liking what they're doing. They're on the rise.
I'm gonna write. So here's a thought though. So and I really want to reach our Colombian followers. Mm-hmm. Someone at this table might be going on a trip soon.
Wow, I wonder who.
I don't know who that might be. And they might be checking out our friends to the south in Mexico. And I want to extend our invitation to see if we can get some more followers there as well. If something were to occur and, they throw out that they were on DadDimes, now's a good time to give them a pass. And, we'll shout out some names as soon as we get that. Just because they are on DadDimes, though, does not mean that we're providing any insurance for kidnapping. So I'm sorry.
Well,
Low
I
budget.
think it's a little too late for that.
A half-drink bottle of Elijah Craig.
It's coming to you.
We'll sign it.
Well, done and done. But thank you to our Colombians, Canadians, Italians.
Yep.
Filipinos, and
Belgians.
Belgians. Mm-hmm. Belgianites. I don't know. I'm just glad that you're listening because, what, the stuff that we're throwing out here, we're doing it for you. For you. So, Moving on. I was going to say go on ice, but I can't go on ice until you finish this. So if you wouldn't mind. No.
I'm not going to shoot that.
Well, I'm going to throw this out there. There's no easy way of putting the new ice.
Like that?
Oh, God. Someone's a one-upper.
I mean, it's just finesse.
We went spheres. Unfortunately, we had a slight refrigeration freezing issue, and it turned into the Death Star about mid-shot.
I like it.
As it was fracturing.
Boom, 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 boom.
I would love to say that we're on episode 11 like Star Wars, but they're not. So, catch up. Just saying, George.
I'm just saying, hey, maybe let's get some Knights of the Old Republic movies coming out.
I would love to see a Kenobi season 2.
Yeah.
Kenobi. Guess I haven't been up to date on my Star Wars movies lately, I guess so.
Ewan McGregor did a Kenobi series.
Okay. Well,
Disney
I'll tell you what, I'll
You have a free Disney Plus account, and you haven't watched Kenobi.
I wouldn't mention that. We're not sharing. Don't worry.
It's family sharing. It's fine.
No,
Isn't it?
I tell you what, I do
Igor.
need to catch up on my
All of it?
no, God,
I'm so
I
disappointed.
don't watch a lot of the
You're missing out.
superhero Marvel stuff.
I mean,
I
Star
should.
Wars. That's
It's
not.
not
No,
Marvel.
no, I understand that, but that's what I was.
It's not Marvel.
No, I do want to watch
It's from Lucasfilms.
some of those. I'm trying to think of the one I really wanted to see.
Well, obviously, it wasn't good enough to remember.
A lot of them coming out, Justin.
Yeah.
Son of a loving mother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Paul's mom, who is an absolute loving mother. And I want to throw this out there if she is listening. We adore you. However, to your dad, who's also listening, I'm assuming he is an avid listener. This is
loves whiskey.
This is a massive shout out, and I can't wait to have Papa Murphy, not Papa Murphy, Papa Murray on sometime. So
I think we just had Papa Murphy.
we had the it was taken baked because they had the heart pizzas, man. It is Valentine's Day.
You got me one.
It's because there's only love on this day. Papa Murray, if he wants to venture out sometime, there is an open invitation between the hours of 9 and 9:30. Always more than welcome.
9 a.m.
Well, it's too late for him to drive, so I'll have to pick him up and bring him
Exactly.
home.
That makes sense. And to I don't know if they want to do first names or not, but I really want to throw that out there. As soon as you get permission, you are on the show. From Papa Murray's wife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no.
We all have to have permission. It's fine.
Well, yeah, no. I
Believe me,
wasn't sure if that.
We had a lot of permission to even be here tonight. So
I wasn't sure if you were talking about my Faja and his permission, so I was just making sure.
oh
Yeah.
no.
Yep.
He's in. Done.
My permission was more like, you're going to be gone? Fuck yeah, go do it. We'll see ya.
You're going to give me more time to be able to catch up on my shows?
Yeah.
I'm in. All right, so we have a little bit of On the Rocks here. The downside about these spheres is it takes a little bit longer, which means the show is going to keep on riding to expand and exfoliate the whiskey. This isn't a bourbon, which is also weird because George Dickel doesn't know how to spell. It's not correct. They spell whiskey without an EY, it's just Y. And they said that it's an homage to the beginning. Thoughts?
A lot of rednecks don't know how to spell. My guess.
Possibly.
I have seen that on a few other whiskeys also, so I guess that kind of
So they're all together.
makes sense. Maybe they're all going for the same kind of.
Let's see here. Scotch whiskey with an EY. That's from Macallan, so they know how to do it right. Weller Special Reserve. That just says bourbon. It says gloriousness in your mouth. Also goes back to another nickname. Gloriousness. Okay. Moving on. Thoughts? Taste? Different?
It's pretty good.
It looks like you haven't had enough time to really get a deep understanding of what that flavor is. You might need to add a little bit more.
We'll see, Justin. My research is for the fans, so
Yeah, you do this for the fans.
I do. I think it just cools it off a little bit, but it's still got a really good flavor to it.
It is delicious. Now, what are your thoughts?
It is cooled off, but I feel it tastes the same, just cooler.
But you like cooler whiskey.
I do, but I am not one for the floral taste.
Yeah. You can buy your own flowers and write your name in the sand.
I can, yeah. I can hold my old hand.
You could all try.
I do all the time.
Try it yourself for hours. We call that schizophrenia. Been there.
I'm the only one that listens to me, though. I feel like, I don't know if I should do this.
What do you say?
Yeah, you should.
Huh? What?
What?
So you were telling me about this joke, and it might be the dime of the week, and it surrounds what happens when a vessel in the ocean has an emergency, which is resulting in an evacuation. What happens?
Well, when that happens, if the men stay behind, they let the women and the children go on to safety, right?
Yeah.
Paul, do you know why the men do that?
I think I do, yeah.
Well, they do that so they can have 20 minutes of peace and quiet to figure out what's wrong and fix the situation.
Yeah.
So, that's why they do it.
But if they don't fix it, what happens?
Well, they get to die in peace.
That is horrible, but that just might be the dime of the week.
Oh, well, cheers, Paul.
Yeah, I'll cheers to that. Just hope my wife's not listening.
I guarantee she hasn't been listening this long. I mean, you get probably the good first 5-10 minutes, and it's like, oh, Paul was doing some cool stuff. Boop.
That's right.
Or they put it on like 3 times speed, and then it just runs through. And I listened.
Yeah, no, I listened to all of it. And there was a boat, and I remember hearing about that boat. That's a good boat. Thanks for putting.
Yeah.
Really appreciate you thinking about me on that boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we live in a landlocked state. We don't have to worry about that, except for lakes. Which brings out a very special shout out to Bree's dad, who I'm hoping is listening and is going to be offering that boat up this summer.
Yep, Brian, if you're listening,
We love you, Brian.
we love you.
Yeah.
Thanks for dealing with my son, and we would love to be on the boat with you.
Yeah, I heard that your fishing game, unfortunately, has suffered over the years, and we're here to help support you to get that back to 100%.
Yep.
And boat and hose.
Boat and hose.
I've heard that before. I've heard that.
We get Prestige Worldwide to maybe play for us.
That's who should have been the Super Bowl halftime show.
Yeah.
So I've heard. I don't know.
I've
seen a meme or
That's what
two.
my daughter says, so she must be right.
Yeah, shout out to Kylie. Taking care of business.
I don't know, because I don't think she's really reposted any of our stuff, and she's the TikTok icon, so I'm a little upset with that.
You know what? I haven't seen anything reposted on her TikTok. And I also want to say that this is going to be a weird season coming up when I have to find a new mower. So, throwing that out there.
That's right.
Well, John Deere has sales. Get that riding lawnmower.
Yeah.
Just cruise there. I don't think you get a DUI for having a beer on a John Deere in your yard.
Not in your yard. No. It's like private property. Do what you want.
Yeah.
To an extent. And then there's going to be complaints, and that'll go to like
The board.
the board, and then I'll have to review that, and that'll be weird too.
I'll have to vote against it.
Awkward. Ice is melting a little bit. Go ahead.
I just want to... So, I was really excited Paul's coming back on because
Yeah.
I want to hear about when the cops beat the shit out of him.
Ooh, that's a good story. I also want to hear
Let's hear
about some mountain trail time and eating some like wrong elk. But let's start with
yeah.
Denver. You know, what's a
about
better Valentine's Day story than getting beat down by the Denver Police Department?
Let us know, Paul.
Boy, where do I start? Do I start at the beginning?
Well, actually, we
middle,
already
end?
got through to where the cops pulled you over. They said you were involved in a drive-by shooting. They ripped you out of your car, and then it was to be continued.
Okay. Well, they got me out of my car and told me to back up. And once I got close enough to them, they threw me to the ground, the knee against my neck, and a pistol against the back of my head. And I could swear it was feet or fists or something hit me. But once they hogtied me and put me in the back of a police car, they
didn't hog time. They used something called a hobble. I used to have one of those.
A hobble?
It's called a hobble. Yeah, they can't hog tie you because, I mean, like, you're a human. So they use a tactical version of it, and they call it a hobble. Same thing, but it's...
They changed the name.
They changed the name to make it feel better. So you got hobbled.
Put it in the back of a car. And then they pulled my stepdad out and realized that the older white gentleman was not a gangbanger. So...
Could have been. White-collar gangbanger.
They let me out.
Taxes.
After digging through my car and throwing my stuff all over the road. Let me out and told me to clean up my mess and leave. And
What'd you tell them?
I told them to come that they made the fucking mess and they could come pick up my stuff and put it back in the car. And one of the other cops got rough with me again. And then he proceeded to ask me if I'd been drinking so that he had a reason to keep me cuffed. But I was not drinking. And one of his buddies said, "We've done enough damage. Stop being a prick." And they left me.
So after that, though, after that experience, you started going down a rabbit hole of drinking. So really, this experience with the Denver Police Department was a foundational moment for alcoholism, and I'm pretty sure that there's some repercussions for that.
Yep. Lawsuits coming.
The strong arm is always looking for some. Mm-hmm. I mean, this happened in 1990, 2002, 3.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be a statute of limitations, but next time, for all those that are hearing, if you do get beat up, and you actually did nothing wrong, I mean, you weren't breaking the law, you have rights.
Yeah. Well,
right?
Now it's body cams.
So. We have body cams now.
Yeah. Well, they didn't then, and
yeah, that's true.
I was quite frightened, so I was kind of scared to speak up, but I wish I had.
Which is interesting because when I became a cop, like, it was weird that he would start like quivering every time I would walk by. Yeah. Now I know why. Yeah. He's like, "Oh, please don't do." Oh no, it's okay. It's okay.
Don't hobble me.
That's just because you're a bully.
Oh my god.
So some other interesting stuff came up, Paul. Justin told me the other day, and I'm not going to lie, I laughed and I called you a dumbass. So you went on a circle jerk with your friends to the mountains?
That is not the truth. That's not how I started this.
That's what I got out of it. You went to a circle jerk with your friends in the mountains. You guys went on a...
Team building. In a cabin in Craig.
Tomato.
Circle jerk, same thing. Team
building. Yeah.
Exercise. And it's like, some could say you may have done the Dutch rudder, which is the ultimate team building exercise. And then you guys went on a hike. But you don't know what a Dutch rudder is?
No, let's keep going with the story because we can't get too deep in this because, again, there's a lot of work that has to happen if we get too deep.
We're unfiltered, man.
Yeah, the first night, they cooked, put on the smoker a antelope leg.
Antelope.
And
did you guys purchase it?
It was shot by one of the people there. And now I don't know if that's what it was, but for me, it was pretty raw, and it was 24 hours after that I became extremely sick. So
you went on the antelope diet?
Mm. How many pounds did you lose?
8 pounds in 4 days.
Nice. So to all of our listeners out there, if you want to lose weight rapidly, get E. coli, and you'll lose pretty rapidly, right?
Now I'm going to throw that there's a slight disclaimer in here for DadDimes that this is not medical advice, nor should you accept any
I'll throw this out here. If you're listening to me telling you to get E. coli and you think that's a good idea, I mean, you're just fucking stupid.
We all make choices, but this is not a medical direction of a medical doctor, and therefore it is not the...
Although I will say I look great. No, I'm just kidding.
I wouldn't. I'm just joking.
You look amazing.
You look pretty.
It's my personal trainer that's doing all the work.
That's it. Hashtag DadDimes training times. Yeah. Moving on.
If you're going to...
No, thank you.
No, thank you. It's too florally. I had too many flowers.
I'm just joking, Paul.
If I wanted flowers, I'd
buy your
florist.
Buy your own. Yeah. Thanks, Miley. So, I mean, in real news, though, I mean, yeah, so Chiefs won. They had the parade today. Mm-hmm. And at the end of the parade, pretty nasty things going down. Nasty shooting. We don't condone that. That's horrible. A lot of people hurt, hoping for speedy recoveries. Someone passed away. We hope that their families will, be consoled, and we are thinking out for them as well. But
at a celebration,
I mean, we're living in a world right now where we're celebrating a feat, right? So they win two of them back to back, and they're out there celebrating their team. They're out there celebrating a big win. And then it gets a little bit of Debbie Downer by some bad people doing some bad stuff. So it's just crazy.
I've always wondered what it is that, you both like a team and they won and you're celebrating. What is it that argument that makes you want to pull out a gun and shoot somebody else? Like you agree on this, so why are you mad? There
are, and I'll throw this out there. Not a lot of people understand this, right? A little bit of history doing a little bit of work. DJ was a EMT doing some ambulance stuff, and we all know that every day that you go to work and do your thing and live a life, and you go home to your family, and there's happiness and smiles, and that is a life to which we hope that we can support, and that's going to be out there for everyone. There's an underlying world out there of just pure evil and hatred. If you never have to experience it, fantastic, but also understand that it is out there. And all they want is
misery loves company.
That's it, man. They just want to hurt people. And we need more love in this world. We need more caring in this world. And that's why we have drinking buddies here at DadDimes.
Yeah, nothing says I love you like
drinking bourbon.
Or whiskey without the E.
Oh yeah. Whiskey.
Yeah.
So are you capturing anything else now, man? Is a little bit extra water in there, bringing it down a little bit?
I mean, it cooled it off a lot.
Oh yeah.
I'm with Paul's steak as far as you get the same flavor. It's just not as. I mean, it wasn't hot to begin with, I don't think, but it just cools it down and gives you a nice cold whiskey flavor.
We have one that's going to be coming up. I don't remember which one it is over here, mate. Is it the 1920? That's 57%. Yeah, that's the 1920. Old Forester Prohibition is going to be coming up here in the coming weeks, if not next week. Don't know yet. That's going to be hot. It's 114 proof coming at you. So, and that kind of kicks you in the face a little bit.
Yeah,
it's good. It's a good kick. This isn't bad.
Yeah, this is really good.
Now, is this something that you keep on your shelf?
Keep on my shelf, yep, for sure. It's not one that had a rough day at work. I'm going to go grab the 17-year-old Dickel.
No.
It's one that special occasions and if I had a really, really good day at work.
A great day at work.
Yeah. It's definitely a keeper. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Paul?
No, I. It's not one I keep around.
It's not one that you would ever buy.
No.
Why not?
Like I said, I just the floral isn't for me.
You don't like the flowers.
We did have the privilege of tasting the just the 8-year-old Dickel.
Yeah.
And the 8-year-old Dickel might be more up your alley, Paul. It was really good. Flavor palettes, we really didn't get into that because we were just
enjoying that. Enjoying our day. The sacrifices that we make here at DadDimes is throughout the week we actually do quite an extensive search on what we should be bringing to the show. So, if you want to send us some of those coins on Facebook, if you want to help us support the channel on Spotify, we're always willing to accept that. But we're here for you. We're here for the people, and we're gonna keep tasting.
Oh yeah.
And that actually brings us to some of our buddies that are helping us out and should be helping you out as well.
Yep. Our good buddies over there at the old Cherrywood Liquors on 136th in Colorado, located right next to the
Starbucks.
The Starbucks. In between Starbucks and Walgreens. Those guys there are fantastic. If there's a bottle you're looking for, they will, let you know when you could get it, when they get their stuff in, and also if you tell them that DadDime sent you, old Jesse over there, he promised to give me a hug.
Yeah, Jesse. Yeah, he will give you
a hug,
the biggest hug.
Yep.
Yeah,
he gave me the biggest one. Yeah. He's like a teddy bear.
Nothing but friends.
How many of us have them?
Friends. Yep. Well, we always appreciate it, so thank you, Cherrywood. All right, if we're going to be going on a journey of 1 to 5, neat, without the old ice here, we're going to start with you, Paul. Now, I'm scared because you have to also understand that this is a special bottle. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not saying that should sway your rating by any means, but it's special. It is special.
Well, I understand that.
I understand that. One.
I do think that, obviously people have different tastes. That's maybe my taste is not as sophisticated as you two. I'll have to go with, it's not the worst I've had. And by no means am I saying it's bad. It's not for me. So I'm going with maybe a 2.
A neat, no ice. He's going to say a 17-year-old crafted bottle that someone put their heart, soul, and love in. Is it 2? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool.
This was their last 17 years that they may have not have tasted.
This could have been their last legacy, drops of joy to humanity. But no, that's a 2. That's cool.
It's 2.
Neat.
2.2. No, I'm just joking. I really liked it. For me, I'm gonna give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It
was
really good.
I like that. I cannot tell you how much I hate juniper. That being the case, this is a delightful bottle. 17 years, heart, blood, sweat, and tears from the distiller. You have to think about that. That's what went in the barrel, right? Part of a soul.
You don't think that once a month they make one and then they just don't open that one for 17 years so that every month they got a new 17-year-old?
I don't know. I wasn't there, Paul.
Okay.
17 years ago? No, I wasn't there.
I doubt they make, one bottle.
Paul, he's a professor and I'm a plumber. We're not distillers.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
Jeez.
I was there when the bottle was opened.
So was I.
And purchased.
That's going to be a 4.4 because I was there when it was purchased and I knew the price.
So without even the 17 years, if you poured this for me, and you were like, try this, I'd be like, damn, that's damn good. I wouldn't care about the 17 years, and I wouldn't care about anything other than I think it tastes really good. Yeah. So when I'm rating it, I try to take out all that other stuff.
Yeah, all the background information.
All the background. I just want to give you an honest
why it was created, how it was created.
Yeah.
The love that created it. Mm-hmm. You're like, just a taste.
Yeah. What does it taste like? Is it good?
And?
It's fucking good.
4.
Yeah, okay. I like it.
Add a little bit of ice cream to cool it down a little bit, which was glorious. I like the new spheres. It's kind of fun.
Fun. Unless you knock them over.
I mean, it's fine. It's okay. Did it change your rating?
It doesn't.
Okay, you're going to stay with a 2. 2 for 2 on the rocks without the rocks. Just does it change it?
I think for me it stays the same as well. It's a 4.
I'm going to go with 4.
Because the flavor doesn't change anything. I think it's going to depend. Do you like it neat? Do you like it on the rocks? Mm-hmm. I personally like stuff on the rocks. Generally, I like it better. Yeah. But with this, it didn't. It's 4. 4 for me.
I'm going to bring it down to 4.2 because I think that if you're taking something that is 92 proof and you're bringing it down too much. So, I mean, it really depends on how long you keep it on the rocks and whether or not you use soapstones, which isn't going to dilute it, or if you're going to use an ice cube, which was either going to slowly or rapidly dilute it. You are taking away from what was put in the bottle that was curated for the bottle after 17 years. So it is going to go down to about a 4.2. This is not a, yes, you should cool it, by all means. Yeah. No, you shouldn't dilute it.
Yeah. If you got the stones, I mean, chilled. For me, I would like to drink it chilled rather than neat. But yeah, diluting it for me didn't really take away the flavor.
No. And it didn't accentuate any other flavors. No. Like it didn't separate.
It didn't pop out that creme brulee.
No,
that they promised us.
I'm still waiting for the torch.
More of the scent of it, but spicy vanilla, kind of, huh?
Yeah,
spicy vanilla.
I got that.
Yeah, for show.
For show.
Paul's not going to get it. He's going to go home and drink a couple White Claws.
Maybe,
possibly, maybe a 7-Up.
7-Up? Diet 7-Up?
No,
you just worked out?
No diet.
You just worked out, Paul.
Not today.
Oh.
Not today.
He
has a lot of things to do when he gets home, according to his trainer.
Yeah.
Get to work.
That's right. That's correct.
To work.
So, all right. So we have the scores in. There is one other thing I do want to throw in here, and that is going to be. Let's see if I can find it. I had things all set up, and then me being the one that I am, I completely messed it up, and I'm sorry for that.
It's all right.
This is actually a new version of DadDimes, and it is Who Sung It Better? But I can't spell right now. That's horrible.
Probably me. Paul, I don't know if you've heard, I've been called the songbird of my generation.
Oh, I haven't heard that, no.
Okay. Well, you heard DJ. Now, what do you think about? Maybe. Oh, that's the wrong one. Let's try this one. Special thank you to our new listeners.
In Canada, if you want to send us a nice bottle of Crown Royal, we will accept it.
info@daddimes.com. We'll send you some info. If you send us your info. A lot of info sharing. A lot of DMs.
I think this is just an instrumental.
That one was. Again, I'm trying to do this on the fly.
So I definitely sung it better.
You know why? Songbird of our nation.
Thank you.
I can't just make this stuff up.
I want to thank my mom, my dad.
Shout out to Phyllis.
I was going to shout out my dad, but he won't hear it.
Maybe if you shout loud enough.
Who's going to be our next guest, Paul? My dad.
Sweet.
His urn's going to sit right where you're sitting.
Nice. It's good. But I'm sure he's going to have a lot to say.
We'll see.
On that note, do we have any final thoughts?
Oh, boy.
Oh, go ahead, Paul.
Oh, sorry.
No, I
just going to say enjoy the love on this Valentine's Day and go home and kiss your sweetie, I guess.
Ever so gently.
So gently. After hours.
And on DadDimes After Dark. You can hear. I would say with the Dickel, if you're able to get the 17 year, definitely pick it up.
Put it in the collection.
Put it in the collection, and go out and try the 8 year, because the 8 year is pretty good. And with that being said, we love you guys. Thank you for joining us for episode 11. Thank you for Canada and Colombia coming on board. We hope to see you guys next week, and God bless America.
And our global
Canada.
global listeners, all of you. I'm really hoping that each and every one of you have a wonderful day. Have a great week. Can't wait to hear from you next time. DadDimes, let's make it happen.